Welcome back, trainers, and in this video we're going to be kind of focusing on Toxicroak in the Remix Cup. Had a lot of fun with it, and of course Shadow Mawile is going to be taking up the spotlight. Sableye is going to be as well, so this team did do quite nice for me. We're actually going to be looking at a 10 win streak right now, and something might happen. We'll see what exactly that is. If you're looking at this team and thinking, well, Mawile's kind of squishy. Toxicroak is part poison, but you also have the fact to worry about the charm users. Double charm is going to actually destroy you. Is it not? Yes, it could. Toxicroak can hold its own sort of to some degree up against charm users. If we're able to burn shields or bait, get a sludge bomb through, it's going to be doing a lot of damage. Mawile does have that resistance, although it is squishy, but doing a ton of damage to them. We have Iron Head, which is super effective to them, so we can kind of work around those situations if need be. But double charmers, whatever. So let's go ahead and get into the commentary here, starting with this Empoleon and the Sableye. So I'm swapping here. They bring in their Medicham, and I'm just thinking, okay, we just need to get this Iron Head through. If we can do this, we're going to be looking great. If we don't get it through, I mean, it's not going to be the worst case, but let's see what happens here. All right, so they're letting it go through. All right, perfect. So basically what's going to happen is we're just going to go in here with our Sableye. We're going to let this charge move go through. It doesn't matter if it's an Ice Punch. Okay, that's fine. It's going to be very, very close. And what we're going to have to do here is actually just farm them down. We're not throwing any charge moves. They're going to throw theirs here. And I kind of thought for a second that they may have had two Hydro Cannons, but it doesn't look like they did. And we're able to take them out with the Shadow Claw. Beautiful. Let's keep it going here. Mawile in this Remix Cup is absolutely just amazing, okay? I don't need to tell you twice. You see the meta, it works great. There's going to be things that are going to wall it, but that's why we have the counters here. So they're going to be swapping into a Lantern. When we did have that nice Registeel lead, we're going to go ahead and go into Toxicroak. The reason why we're doing that is because we do have Mud Bomb, which is going to be super effective to that Lantern. Going for a Thunderbolt, and since it does take them some time to finally get there, it's going to be within my best interest to shield up that thing and just continue to take it out with the Mud Bombs. They're not coming in here with the Registeel, so they have a Medicham. Beautiful. We're just going to get that last shield, or they're going to kind of be obligated to because I have that Registeel in the back. They're letting it go through, so that's, they're trying to manage their shield here. They have some energy on the Registeel. They have... Is there a win con for them? I wouldn't say there is, but it's not over until it's over, okay? So we're going to go ahead and go in here with Sableye so we can just absorb whatever they're going to throw at us. A Dynamic Punch, doing some nice damage, swapping as soon as they go into the Registeel here. And we're going to go ahead and throw our Power Up Punch to start doing some more damage with that Fire Fang. Start vamping it up real nice like. And we're absolutely going to shield this up. You're going to see, we've seen Mawile take out dozens of Registeels. This is not something new here, but it is very satisfying whenever it does happen. Because you know how I feel about Registeels. In comes Medicham, Fire Fang, down. Beautiful. On to our next opponent. We're going to be leading with Mawile the entire time. We're actually going to be using this team for the whole duration. Like I said, we got a 10 win streak here. Something might happen. All right, so they're going to be going into their Scrafty. We're going to go right into our Toxicroak here, resisting everything they do throw at us. Although the Power Up Punch and the counter are starting to add up here. That's fine. Toxicroak's going to be able to handle this. We throw that instead of farming down so they can't just chip away here. Expecting them to come back in here with the Gramble. Don't know exactly why I went for the Mud Bomb. I mean, I should have just went for Sludge Bomb, but it doesn't really matter. Going to go ahead and go in here with the Mawile, and this is looking great. Absolutely going to shield this up. Even though the crunches resisted, it could have been a close combat. I wasn't counting, and we don't want to risk that. That's actually going to do a lot of damage. And at this point, we're just going to farm down. What do they have in the back? Oh my goodness, and it's a Bomb of Snow, something that does not want to see a Fire Fang Mawile, that is for sure, and Shadow at that. So we're just going to vamp up that Fire Fang just so we can do that much more damage. Simply shield this up. One more Fire Fang is going to do it, and we take the win with our Mawile at the end there. All right, let's keep it going here. Having a lot of fun with this team, and we're going to be met with a Pelipper. This is not good at all. And honestly, I didn't really know what I should do, so I just swapped into, unfortunately, the Sableye, which is going to be the best thing, which you don't really want to do. But I had no other choice. I'm not going to go into a Toxicroak, into a Pelipper. They're bringing in an Obstagoon. Now our only option here is to go for Return. So we go for it. They shield it up, and it's not looking the best, but it's still looking okay. Now what I'm thinking I'm going to do here is come in with Toxicroak and just farm all the way down. Unfortunately, they're going to be able to get a charge move through here, which is going to chip us, but at least we're going to come out of here with some energy, and they are down a shield. So let's see if we're going to be able to pull this one around. I said we have a 10 win streak, so yep, you know what it is going to be here. So going for the Sludge Bomb, getting a shield out of them. The quick move is doing a lot of damage to us. Thought that they were going to try to catch here. But, yeah, let's see. So they throw, and then they do. They throw in their Gengar to catch. That was well played. Nice catch. I thought I queued up there for the charge move. Unfortunately, I didn't. We're going to make the call here, folks. We're going to let this Shadow Punch go through. We need to save it for the Weather Ball on the Pelipper. So we're farming it down, and we're getting to the Iron Head here, and I'm thinking, man, they're just going to farm us down. Toxicroak, is it going to be able to actually counter down? Let's see. We have a shield, and we're able to counter it down. Thank you, Toxicroak. Wow, that was incredible. It was like one of those days today where, usually the days go where the battles are so close. Like I literally had one counter move to win, or one quick move, or whatever the case to get to that charge move. But today, I'm on the other end of that, and it's just me getting those wins with just that little bit left. So it's been a good one here, or just sweeping them up. So we're up against a Drifblim, which is going to counter us pretty hard, seeing that they're Ghost and Flying, and also Ghost is going to resist the poison, but it is still doing decent damage. They are going to not shield, unfortunately. We bring them down low. That's exactly what they needed to do as well. If they used a shield, we would have been at a great advantage. So I'm just going to throw in the Mawile here, thinking that they're going to go for the Icy Wind, since it does have some sort of resistance to it. Our attack has been dropped, so we're just going to go right in here with our Sableye, and they have a Berserker back there. And instantly I'm thinking, you know what? We can still pull this off. We have 2 shields left. We don't need to worry about it. And they let it go through, which was very surprising to me. And I just kind of smiled because, well, Metacham's not going to really be able to do much. Ice Punch does hurt, but we still have a Mawile in the back, which Fire Fang is doing neutral damage to it, and it's still going to hurt it quite a bit. So we are going to, what is the plan here? Shield this, letting it go through. It's an Ice Punch. Okay, getting a little brave. And I saw the health was getting too low, and I was like thinking, did I just mess up? Did I just give them the win? Go for the Power Punch. We get the shield. Beautiful. Sableye, did you see it before we retreated? It's almost to a charge move. As soon as it does come in, we're going to be able to get that off. Mawile putting in some work here. We have 1 shield left. So this is why it's nice to calculate whether or not you're going to need that shield right down to the very end here, even with a sliver of health left, and it really does work out. See, it's not all the time where you need to use a shield to kind of protect yourself from taking a bunch of damage, but to just keep yourself alive for a situation like that. So there we go. We're going to be able to claim our rewards here. Looking good, folks. And we're going to go ahead and move on here. So that's the first 5 wins. And then we're going to go ahead and continue on here. These are going to be the next sets. And we're going to be met with the Deoxys. And this is, it's okay. It's not the best, not the worst. Thunderbolt is going to go right through the steel, which is going to hurt us quite a bit. But on the other hand, Rock Slide's not very effective. Still doing some decent damage, but what we really need to worry about here is the counter damage that's accumulating. So it looks like we're going to have a double KO. That sounds fantastic to me. Now we have to make the call. We have to make the call. They had the Psychic in the front. Okay, we go in there with the Toxicroak. We're looking great. They swap into their Venomoth, Shadow at that, and we're going to go ahead and go into our Sableye here, which is actually going to take some decent damage from Bug Bite, unfortunately, because we are going to be part Dark type. So it's still looking good for me, to be honest here. We're looking really good. So they go for the Poison Fang to bait us. I thought they might go for a Bug Buzz or something like that. I think that's what that thing does have. And we let the next one go through, knowing that there's no way that they can get to another charge move with Bug Bite, with that little bit of energy gain. They come back in here with Shiftry. We're actually able to get to the Foul Play, which is not very effective, but, any damage is going to be good. We get the last shield. Beautiful. Maybe they thought it was a return, or just simply needed to shield it up because, well, they're going to take so much damage from counter. We let that go through just because we wanted to, and we take them out with not very effective Mud Bomb. That's all we needed to take the win there. Thank you very much, Toxicroak. All right, now going into our next battle here, we're met with a Jellicent, which is going to be absolutely horrific for us. So we need to get out of here. We're going into Toxicroak, and that's not a great matchup for us, but they swap. They go into a Pidgeot with Gust, and that is just destroying us. Not as much as a confusion, but it's just absolutely tearing us apart. So down we go. At least we get a shield, and that's all we needed there. So we are going to go ahead and bring in the Mawile, since we're going to be resisting the flying type moves, so we can just do some damage. They go for the Brave Bird, so they go ahead and drop their stats there, which is great. and they're going to be bringing in a Deoxys. And as soon as I saw that, I was like, well, I think I win here because of their other Pokemon. Sableye is going to be able to handle the Jellicent and both this. When I saw this lag, I started to get a little annoyed. I was like, as soon as I got a win con here, huh? So we're going to swap. But they had no idea I had Sableye, so I'm not saying that they're doing some sort of lag. I'm just saying the servers. So they're swapping into Jellicent. We're going to go ahead and go for that foul play. We get their last shield. We still have a shield left. Shadow Ball still hurts, okay? I was thinking about that in the back of my mind. They go for a Bubble Beam. I'm like, oh my gosh. At this point, I stand up from sitting down. Now I'm pacing. I'm like, come on. Come on. All right, come on. Let me farm them down. Beautiful. GG's. All right, so in comes the Deoxys. We get to the foul play, and they back out before we actually can hit that. So good game. Moving on to our next opponent here. Love this team so much. Toxicroak is always so clutch. And we're met with a Registeel with our Mawile. Hello, hello. They're swapping into Medicham, and they have just been hard countered here. Okay, so we're looking great. We just need to hold our own. But don't let it fool you, because I do believe they still give me a run for my money here. If they shield this up, I know I'm in for... Yep, all right, we're in for somebody who's really trying to fight. Okay, so they are contemplating or just thinking about they need to win this matchup here, I'm thinking. Because I do believe they double shield their... All right, never mind. This is not the battle I was thinking of. All right, so then I go down to probably a better idea to hold on to that shield. And we're just going to go ahead and go to town with our foul plays. It does go right through the Registeel, doing decent damage, while the lock-on is just doing nothing much. So this is where I started. I didn't get nervous, but I was like, okay, remember that energy. They had a little bit in the beginning. They came back in, farmed a little bit more, swapped. They have a shield, and Politoed is going to be spammy. So, and look at that Weather Bolt. I mean, we're not in the clear yet. Sure, it's looking dang good for us, but... don't underestimate your opponents, right? So even if you have a great lead, as much as I wanted to farm down, I'm like thinking, no, let's just go for it, because they have, what, a Registeel back there? Let's just go ahead and do this. They're either, yep, going to throw their energy. It's pretty much all they had, though, their only option there. I'm going to go ahead and go in here with the Sableye. Now, why do I do that? I don't know. I don't know. Just, we don't really need to bring out the Mawile quite yet. It's going to actually do something here. So we're getting their shield, and now we're going to swap. We could take a Focus Blast. I know I shielded up, but watch. Shadow Mawile is a boss. Let's go. Taking that quite nicely and farming them down. Beautiful. Let's get it. All right, on to our next opponent. What are we going to be met with? Give me a good lead, or actually give me a bad lead. Okay, another Registeel. I'll take it. Sounds good. So they're swapping into a Drifblim, and we're going to go ahead and go right into our Sableye. Another hard counter here. At the same time, Icy Wind does hurt. And Shadow Ball does too, but you're going to probably want to go with the Icy Wind to just lower the attack in preparation for the next Pokemon. Unless you wanted to double shield this. Actually, okay, I got my battles mixed up. This is the opponent who double shields their Drifblim here. Alright, so we go for another one. The Icy Winds are adding up. So they are doing some good damage. I could see, why they shielded it up to take me out. But now they are vulnerable. What do? We're going to let it go down. Yeah, absolutely. Now, I wanted to go with farm with Toxicroak so bad, but I was like, that's probably a dumb move. Let's just go in here with Mawile and take him out. And there must be something else back there weak to fire Mawile or something, because they back out and we take the win. Sounds good to me. Moving on to our next opponent here. And we're going to be met with a Melmetal. We've seen this. We know how good it is. We have to look out for superpower. So they built up to 1, so we don't really need to worry about this. We're just going to simply shield it. But it's a Rock Slide, so... okay, if you're going to retreat, I guess maybe, superpower. But hey, you do what you got to do. That's fine. In comes a Tropius, and this is beautiful. So we got 2 Pokemon weak to Mawile so far. We're going to go ahead and let this go through, because the Registeel is not going to take us out with... or not the Registeel. The Melmetal's not going to take us out with Quick Move. And we're farming down. Beautiful. And here they come back in here. We're just going to farm them down. What have they got in the back? A Superior. So this entire team is weak to Mawile. We didn't even have to really do much with anything else. Oh, actually, we haven't even brung out anything. Wow. So Toxicroak, we know Aerial Ace is going to, be thrown at us here, and that's fine. We're just using this to absorb we're just farming down. There's no need to go for shields right now. And they still have 2, and we take them out. We had 1 left. Alrighty, and I do believe that's going to be the end of our win streak. Maybe we got another one here, and we are actually going to rank up. This is not like a big occasion. Like, okay, that's nice. We ranked up. Very good. Like I said, we have fun over here. We do things, and that's why we haven't done it sooner. All right, this team was just extremely solid, and I didn't screw around with 2 or 3 sets with some random stuff. I did 1 set, and I said, all right, that's good enough. We won 1 battle. And what was I testing? I would love to tell you, but we got to save that for another time, folks, because I need to find a better team to run with it. Anyways, we have a good matchup up against the Medicham here. Really farming up with that Sableye. We want to hit these back-to-back. If they want to use a shield here, oh, fine. Okay, we're just going to go for another one here. If you want to use another shield, then okay. And they're letting it go through. We take them out with 1 more Shadow Claw. And they're bringing in that Whiscash. Now, what I'm thinking is I need to get rid of that son of a gun before it takes me out. So we're shielding it up. And we're going to put on the pressure. So long as we can get one of these through, we're going to be looking good. Okay, fine. We're fine now. Toxicroak can now counter it down. And we're going to be okay. So we'll let the Sableye go down, no problem. Bring in the Toxicroak to counter with neutral damage. Counter is just a beast of a move. Absolutely shielding this. Yes, we're shieldless, but we are going to be coming out of this with energy. And they have a Hypno. This is all bad. They've been in there for a split second, and our health is already down half. So we're swapping into Mawile. How in the heck are we pulling this off? They got a shield left. We're going to go for Power Punch. And some miracle, they use a shield here. Okay. And this is close. The Toxicroak has to take it out. So, oh my gosh, we're actually able to do it. And we take out the next Pokemon. Toxicroak, thank you so much, buddy. That's why you have a special place on the Meta Record team. All right, so we're met with a Gengar, and this is okay. Since we do so much with our quick move, you gotta love that lag. You just love it. So we are gonna call it, letting it go through, fine. And then they do swap into a Politoed. So we're gonna go ahead and bring in, I believe, Sableye, or we're just going Toxicroak. Okay, so I don't really like this matchup, to be honest. Not because of Earthquake, but because of Weather Ball. It hurts so much, and it's spammy. It is very spammy. I mean, it's super annoying. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and go Mud Bomb here. We're getting the first shield out of them. Now, what do we do? Shield this up? Because I feel like they're going to hit us with another one if we do. So there's the one. And there it is. Exactly. We wasted a shield. Now, what we can look at as an advantage out of this little situation that happened is that we got energy for a shield, I guess. So we're bringing in Sableye, swapping. I was trying to catch. That did not work out. They're going in with Gengar. And this is not looking good. We're going to let this go through. We have to hold on to the shield here. There's still a window of opportunity. It depends on what's in the back. We can still pull this off, expecting the Politoed. There it is. I don't think we can farm that down, but we're going to absolutely, unfortunately, have to shield. Oh, man, I really wanted to farm. Yeah, we're going to take a loss here, right? There's no way. All right. And what do they have in the back? Just for the heck of it. It is I didn't even see. What was that? So it was actually a Vigoroth. So good game. You got me. Can't win them all. On to our next opponent here. We're going to be met with a, oh boy, horrible lead. Horrible. So we're swapping into Toxicroak, and we already know how this goes. It's not the best around. So Weather Ball is going to hurt us. One more Weather Ball and we're out. But they're swapping into their Charm User. So it's now time to force a shield. They're not going to let this go through. Yeah. So we're getting a shield out of them. And I'm seeing some sort of opportunity here. So what's going to happen is things are starting to line up. The Mawile is able to be against the Charm. The Sableye, we'll see, but it's not going to be going up against this Charm User, so that's stinking good, right? We are going to try to go for the Iron Head onto this Politoed. It's not very effective, but it's better than a Power Punch. And we're getting it through and swapping into our Sableye instantly here. We're holding on to 2 shields left, and I think we may want to preserve our health. We're just letting it go. Oh, okay, shielding it. Didn't look like I used the shield there. Going to go ahead and go for the charge move just to take them out before they keep spamming us. Shielding it up, and I'm thinking, okay, something back there must be weak to the Sableye. We're letting it go through just to hold on to a shield. Better safe than sorry, and now we're going to have to shield up. And I don't think I'm going to be able to farm that thing down. Alright, they're swapping anyways into their Medicham here. We have no shields. Ooh, what's it going to be? This is crazy. What is it going to be? Power Punch. We have no shields. Okay. We have 2 of these ready to go. And down. Ooh, we should have farmed a little bit more. I feel like we should have farmed more. Okay. Okay. And in comes Politoed. Mawile takes the win. Oh my gosh. Let's get it, folks. Mawile coming in clutch up against a water type. Says, no, you will not take our team out today. And we're met with a Shadow Gardevoir for the next battle here with Charm. Yeah, that thing hits like crazy. But we got our, Steel type up front with Fire Fang. Let's get it. Vamping it up. And we're taking them out. They used a shield on the Power Punch. That was great. They have their own Shadow Mawile. Let's go. And they're swapping into their Wigglytuff. And I go into a Sableye. Now, you're probably thinking to yourself, what in the heck, Poke? Why would you do that? Wouldn't you just stay Toxie and bait? No, I'm going to go in here and do as much damage as I can. Toxicroak can handle itself. You know what we're doing here? This is a Wigglytuff. It's part normal. We're going to be able to counter it down. Beautiful. And we're going to take out this Mawile. I'm sorry. I didn't want to do this. I didn't want to beat the Mawile team with not using a shield, but unfortunately I had to do it. You got to step up to the plate, and we did it. All right, anyway. All right, on to our next opponent. Got a couple more battles for you folks, and we're met with an Altaria. All right. Now, you've already heard me talk about this matchup here, but I don't want to go into super in-depth like on how I'm thinking and how it works, because then when you get matched up with me, you know. But basically, you have to know that we're Fairy and Steel type. We have a massive resistance to Dragon Breath. We have a good resistance to Flying. You better just run, all right? I mean, you can stay in this fight all you want, but it's not going to be looking good. So they're swapping. We're going to go ahead and go for the Power Up Punch here, and they're absorbing it with a Vigoroth. We're going to go ahead and swap into our Toxicroak here, and we're absolutely going to let this Body Slam. Or why would we shield that up? I don't know. Okay, so they're bringing in Altaria. I figured that much, and we're just going to go for Mud Bombs here because that's enough to take it out pretty much. And we're going for another one. Oh my goodness. Are we going to actually see this countered down? Are we going to see this count? Oh boy. What do you got in the back? Registeel, and they bounced. They said, I'm out of here, boy. Good game. On to our next opponent here. Oh, Poke. Oh. And they're starting it off with a Charm. Wigglytuff. Okay, so this is great for us. They're going to be swapping into a Sableye. We're going to go ahead and go right into our own Sableye here. The Mirum. I didn't see if it was that Purified. It is regular. Okay, so it's not like we need to worry about return. You know, yeah, definitely Foul Play is the move we're going to be going for back and forth here. And we're looking good. I don't know if that's XL. Let me see. Let me squint my eyes over here and see. Oh my gosh, every time I try to look at the CP, it just kind of goes away. So they're going for a Foul Play. We're letting it go through. That is an XL to some degree. Maybe a little, yeah. We're going to bring in our Toxicroak here. Why this? Because we resist the Foul Play. So does so does Mawile, but I just wanted to do this. I wanted to farm down here, gain as much energy. And honestly, this is not a great position here. We don't even know what they have for the third Pokemon. They're bringing in Wigglytuff to just absorb this. You're going to see here in a second what they come in with. And I swap, they swap. It's a Ninetales. I back out. They took the win there. I lost. Good game. Yeah, that Ninetales got me in the back. So moving on to our next opponent, we're met with a Roserade. All right, Weather Ball. We have to remember that it's going to be super effective to Mawile. They're going to be swapping into Sableye. We're going to go ahead and go with our Toxicroak here and just see what we can do. I think we may let this go through. Yeah, okay, nice, nice. Can we? No, we're not countering down anything. They got two of these back to back. What am I thinking? Letting it go through, and I think we may want to come back in here and farm with Mawile. Although Sableye is not a bad option either. Okay, beautiful. We're able to take them down before they can get off a charge. They're coming back in here with Roserade. And we're going to throw that Foul Play here. And we're getting a shield out of them. So, unfortunately for us, we don't... yeah, they're building up a lot of energy. And Weather Ball is going to take out the Mawile. So, there they go. Getting the first shield from us. Let's see if we can get another shield from them. Don't really want to swap into my Mawile quite yet. Looks like I was actually tapping on trying to do that. That would have been bad. To just take a Weather Ball. Why? So we are going, and not quite able to get to that. Don't think this Weather Ball will take us out. Nope. But we're going to swap to keep that energy, and they have a Jellicent in the back. Now, remember that energy on Sableye, folks. It's not over till it's over. This is a horrible matchup for us, but Ironhead from Shadow Mawile is doing okay damage to that Jellicent there. And Shadow Ball will take us out here. It's not going to look good at all. So down we go, but we have one of these ready. So remember that energy management. Let's get it, folks. Down goes the Jellicent, and guess what? Down goes that last Pokemon. We take the win with a barely surviving Sableye. Let's get it. On to our next opponent. We're met with a Melmetal here, and I do believe this guy plays it a little bit different, and probably what you want to do if you find yourself up against a Mawile here. And that is going to be let this one go through, build up to 2 superpowers, and just hit them back to back here. So they're going for the first one, but we're going to let this second one go through because, well, they just lowered their attack, and I'm good. We're part Fairy. It's not completely super effective. So down they go. They've got a shield, though. We're able to get off another Power Punch, which is actually going to do some decent damage to the Machamp. So we've already bring it down below half with just that little bit of health left. Now we definitely want to go in here with Toxicroak because we don't want to use a shield. And Sableye takes neutral damage from Rock Slide, while Toxicroak takes resisted damage from both of the moves, Cross Drop and Rock Slide. So fantastic, and they have a Sand Slash in the back. I just throw the charge move just because I figure they'll let it go through. And with that said, if you enjoyed it, please give it a big thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, and I'll be catching you all in my next video. Take care, trainers.